One, two, one, two. Y'all know what it is, man. Listen, it's another great episode, man, of the Unsung Heroes. I be the boy DJ Moschino alongside with my brother DJ Superior, and we live on Mrecktv. You know what I'm saying? And today's special guest. This is one special for the books, ladies, and just my man Genovese.
Going on, fellas? What's going on?
Salute.
Salute. Welcome, Geno, man. We've been wanting you here for a while, and we're glad to have you, my brother.
Well, I don't do a lot of these, but honestly, it's always love, man. Superior, especially back in Yonkers, he's one of the first dudes that, let me in his crib, grab the mic. First time I ever met DMX was through Superior and my man Jay Blend, rest in peace. But so it's always love, man. It's always love.
Yo, so wait a minute now. You ain't gonna just breeze over that. Like, say you said the first time you grabbed the mic, you was at Superior's house and you met DMX.
Well,
come on,
like
bro.
One of the first time out of my crib or just not in the regular studio. I mean, listen, I'm gonna be real with you. Growing up, DMX, I had every DMX tape that came out in Yonkers. Every tape. Like I was a DMX, like I was one of the biggest fans. He's one of the big influences on my rap shit because there was a dude in Yonkers that was that nice. So I remember I was rhyming with this kid White Tom and my man Stiffy, and one day we went over. Blend was like, "Yo, we're gonna go over to my man Superior's crib." And when I heard Superior, I thought of DMX. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm like, "Yeah, I might run into X right now." I remember going over there. This kid X was in front of right there in Mulford, chilling with his dog. Dog was eating Chinese food, breaking it down with him. And this kid DMX had a book. Yo, this kid X had a book. Superior, I know you remember, it was like a Bible.
Yeah, the dictionary. You talking about the dictionary.
Yo, this kid had a book like this. And I'm like, yo, what is that? And I think Blend said, yo, that's his book. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo. I remember, going up to him and he was mad. He was like, yo, what up, dog? He was, how X is. X always show love, even if he didn't know you, but if in his mind, he's like, oh, you come to see Superior and Blend, you got to be good money, So, but that was being able to do that shit, that was a big thing as a kid, 18, 19 years old, getting to rhyme where X rhymes. That's how my mind was,
Right.
Yep.
Damn.
He brought back the book because he did have that big book, and Moschino, all he did was write rhymes in it. So all those rhymes y'all heard over the years, those I was saying was he had this big dictionary of book, and he used to write. He called it the Bible of rhymes. He used to have rhymes for everybody. Like we sat down in the room, and I had posters on the wall of certain rappers. So he would write rhymes for them just in case he ran into them. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Geno was. He brought up. Who did you bring up? Who did you come to the house with?
White Tom, DT, remember White Tom?
Yeah, Tom was part of Murder Incorporated.
Well,
we had a team called Murder Incorporated.
Well, Stiffy. I was on a group called the Unknown Soldiers way back.
Unknown Soldiers. Okay.
That's before I was even doing solo shit. I was just rhyming, and then he got locked up, and then boom, my man was like, "Yo, you got to focus on your own shit, bro. You can't worry about whatever everyone else is doing. You just got to do your shit." So then me and Blend, we went in the studio and just did a demo. You know what I'm saying? And that was that just started taking me on the Genovese shit.
And just to let y'all know, Jay Blend was me and Geno's boy that he was a person that it could have went either way with him and Swiss Beats. He was that nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I would say Blend was like Kanye before Kanye.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Blend musically, there's not many more musically gifted than that kid, man. And he's like, listen, not only he was my producer. Listen, when me and Blend did music together, it was like Primo, and Gurus, just that it's just I didn't have to talk to Blend. He just knew what I wanted, and I knew what he was doing, and it was just I still haven't found anyone like that ever, the chemistry that me and him had. But, because especially that we came in the game together. My mother bought me DJ equipment, and she bought me a 4-track and a mic, and she let me record in my room. and Blend would come over and we would record in my room. And that was like the start of everything. Like that was the start of it. And you're talking about, I'm talking about, this is like early 90s. This is like after high school and shit like that. So this is way before I even hit a mixtape. But I remember us just recording on 4 tracks and fucking calling labels, just shit like, you know, just trying to come in the game, trying to figure a way out. But Blend, I mean, Blend's like a brother, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the last year before Blend passed away, I didn't speak to Blend, you know? So for me, it was tough. He went that way where we've been close our whole lives. And then the last few years we didn't speak. So, you know, that hurts me, but Blend will always be my brother, you know? And when I think of Blend, I think of you too. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, I think of you, I think of Lethal. I think that just brings me back to a beautiful time, like coming up in music.
Yeah. I remember a verse you used to say, the beats by Blender. You used to say that.
That's my dog, man. That's my dog. I remember my mother loved Jay Blend. She'd be like, Johnny, come on, sit down and eat. And you know, Blend's mom too. Like, you know, that's a part of my, you know, it's a beautiful part of my life because it was like the start of everything. You know what I'm saying? It was like the start of like to sacrifice the struggles of music where you're like, nah, this might not work or whatever. And then just seeing that to come where I got a deal and I brought Blend with me. You know, Blend, if my album would have came out, Blend would have had 7 tracks on that album. So I brought Blend with me. You know what I'm saying? Where a lot of people were like, yo, go get beats from this one, that one. I'm like, yo, I can never do that to Blend because Blend started me out. He took me to the studio to record a demo. Like nobody was doing that. So I always felt like that's my brother. I'm going to bring my brother along with me.
So that's what I was telling you, Moschino. I was telling you, yeah, he was associated. We'll get to that part. He was associated with the Lox, but Geno was doing that before he was associated with the Lox. You know what I'm saying? Geno was already doing it.
Yeah. So
only how they heard of him because they know he was nice. You know what I'm saying?
So the sound that you initially had started with you and Blend.
The sound.
Yeah, Geno came in with lyrics. It just had to be. He was willing to learn. He was willing to sit there and brush up his stuff. So he created his own thing, like I told you before you met this man. Because the record that you like, the record with him and Styles,
right?
Genovese or Fisi, whatever. That's the one Jay Blend did, right, Geno?
Nah, but this kid Eyewitness did that. He didn't do that, but he was.
He mixed it or something.
He was involved in the whole shit. I basically.
Okay.
I had. The crazy shit about that song is I wrote the song to one of his beats, but an old school beat that like he didn't even.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, and Styles had wrote the hook to some old school shit that he didn't want. So basically, that whole song, even though it was like a classic song, neither of us wrote. I didn't write the verse to the beat, and he didn't write the hook to the beat. So it was like, but yeah, it was like, listen, I feel my sound was just me, and I'm not saying that off nothing, but it was me. I mean. I molded my sound. Like I have to admit, what the Lox did, especially like Styles, was I used to live with Styles for a long time. You know, we were close. We went to junior high together. So like I knew Styles before anyone. Obviously, I knew Sheik and Jay because they had a name in Yonkers. You know, Warlocks, the Bomb Squad. They had a name.
The Bomb Squad.
Everybody knew who the fuck they was. You know what I'm saying? But when I got around the Lox, my shit got tight because I had someone I couldn't be here because they were already here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're around some people that are that nice, you have to go up. You know what I'm saying? And I remember them always telling me like, listen, if you ever get your flow right, so because for me the lyrics were always there. You know, I could write for days, but my bounce wasn't where it was. But being around them, being in the studio with Puff and being around Mase, and you got that. Woo. You know what I'm saying?
This shit gotta get tight being around all of them.
You know what I'm saying? So having that really set me off because I'm around greatness, you know?
Especially at that time. You got that's Murder Mase at that time. You know, man, hey yo, y'all had everything on Smash at that time. You, Lox, man, goddamn. Everybody, X, man.
Before even X was, you know what I'm saying? Before even X came, you know, Mase used to come to the crib when we lived together with Styles. You know what I'm saying? He used to just
see. I told you, Mo. Mase was around us first.
Mase D from Rough Riders ran into Mase, so he was always underneath. And then he basically, you know, we was around each other all the time. So it was like the amount of talent that was like just in that apartment where Mase, Kiss, me, Casino, you know, Thumbs.
Casino, yes.
You know, and then linking up with more
Rich Thumbs,
like, the talent we had around us as a group. Listen, the realest shit that when I met Nas, I ran into Nas one day, and I'm a fucking huge Nas fan. This is like kind of like 90, maybe 8. I was close with Nature and his manager, and he's like, yo, we're going to record in Right Track Studios. I'm like, cool. Now, for me, Nas, it was always Nas over Hov. Nas was not for me.
Me too.
Nas, right? So
growing
up, I'm in the elevator. This kid's coming off the elevator with Horse. So me, you know, I'm just a person. Like, I don't give a fuck who anyone is. So I just was like, yo, son, what up? And then my Horse got real close to me. He was like, yo, chill, son. He was like, yo, you getting a little close to my man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I'm Genovese. This kid Nas put his food down. I was like, you Genovese? Yo, give me a hug, dog. You know, and yo, he took me in the back, and he goes, yo, man, I love your shit. I always wanted to meet you. And I'm like, you know, in my head, I'm like, yo, this kid Nas wanted to meet. Like, what? You know, in my head, not at the moment, but after, like, I was like, this kid, yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and he became like a, you know, one of the best dudes that I ever met in the game. Like, he tried to got me a deal with Sony. He actually tried. You know what I'm saying? To help my career. So like, but it's just crazy. You think back to those times, man. It's just like, there's so many stories. There's so many interactions with people. And it's like, you know, you never forget those things, man.
Right. Now, like I was talking to you earlier, man, your sound was dominating. It was powerful. So we're not talking now. We're talking the mixtapes are so powerful. Like I said, I'm in Patterson. We're going to a trip to goddamn the Greek Fest or whatever. You got the tunnel and the rink and all that stuff was popping. So we go to the Greek Fest, and the new clue tape came out with your joint on it, whatever the case may be. And it was a black and green clue tape. I remember it till this day. And it was in one of my homegirls' cars that I was messing with. I said, yo, let me get that. Your joint was the main joint we played all the way down to goddamn Greek Fest, from Jersey to Philly, all the way down to wherever we had to go. The whole way, and we kept rewinding. I said, "Who the fuck is this dude?" You know what I mean?
And at that time, most people never knew that I was Italian. You know, like I was a black rapper for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the masses until later on, where people were like, "Holy shit!" You know, and it was
they didn't know Geno till you did the video. When you did the video, that's when they knew.
And I was in the magazines when I was signed to Uni. I was in the Source and XXL and all that shit. And people were like, oh, shit. I mean, it kind of fucked me up because then they started to categorize me. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, you know, white artists and all this bullshit. But that shit was never real because when I was on the mixtape, nobody knew. They just was like, yo, this kid's nice. It didn't matter what the fuck color I was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody knew. But it was funny because what was the mixtape spot in Brooklyn? It was It was a big fucking mixtape spot. I forgot the name of that shit, but I remember going in there and I was like, yo, you got the clue tape, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh shit, I'm on it. He goes, what do you mean you're on it? I'm like, nah, I'm on the clue tape. He's like, who are you? I'm like, Genovese. He goes, you ain't fucking Genovese. I'm like, dog, I'm Genovese. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, Genovese is black, dog. You ain't fucking Genovese. And my man had to be like, yo, he's Genovese. This kid's head looked like it was going to fucking explode. Like he didn't even know what to do. But I ran into that shit a lot. And it was comical for me. But I guess to people, they were just amazed that, like, how does an Italian white kid sound like this? You know, because there was nothing like that back then. Let's just be real. There wasn't, you know. This wasn't Eminem shit. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't like, you know, this was a different type of music. There really wasn't that sound, you know, coming from an Italian kid. It was not like you know. Like I told you,
Mo, Yonkers was like before our time because we had all those elements in place already. We just didn't know how to, you know. It was till Rough Riders came and what they did with X and what they did with the Lox or whatever, you know. But we all had elements. They all had their own names. They all are legends. Genovese, Phil Blunt's, Black Jesus. It's like, it's a ton of them. We even had Snipe on here. Snipe, yeah, J Num, especially J Num and Kerry, because they had a deal too. They had like an album deal. They was Olympics. So they was with Die Hard Records. You know what I'm saying?
The crazy thing about that is when I sat with Nas, the first thing he told me when we were talking, he goes, yo, when we heard all y'all from Yonkers, he goes, we were kind of like, yo, who are these kids? He goes, we thought he was like, yo, we thought you was like the Yonkers Wu-Tang Clan. And I remember when he told me that, and I was like, my head was fucked up because I'm like, damn, like, I wish we would have really all just came out together or did like, you know, all of us, like a Wu-Tang shit. Can you imagine if we would have ended up doing some shit like that? You know,
or like
and for Nas to say that shit hit my head like, damn, yo, like we had kids like, yo, what's going on? Like, who are these kids from Yonkers spitting
definitely.
like this? But people don't understand. Yonkers is like the United Nations, bro. Like, there's no race shit where we're from. You know, like all this shit now, like the way people talk and with this shit, but like where we're from, you know, you could be hanging outside. You got Arabs, you got Ricans, Dominicans, Jamaicans, white kid. You know, it's a different place. And I know a lot of places and people can't relate to that, but I mean, that's just how we were brought up, man.
Yeah, we wasn't brought up to say, oh, he's white or he's this or he's that.
Right.
Like in my house, it didn't matter who. The house of hits, I used to have anybody there. I didn't care. I didn't go by that race stuff. And Geno don't even know that back then how I had everybody in the house, Geno, is because my mom left me when I was young. So she left me in an apartment. So that's why every time y'all came over there, y'all saw no parents.
Yo, that's crazy. I never even knew that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. So,
wow.
Salute.
So
man.
we used to sit up all day. Me, Jay Blinn, Lethal, all we did was music, 24 hours a day.
Yep.
You know? And when Geno got that deal with Universal, he had a record called My Life. I love that record so much, man. That This Is My Life. That's a hard record, man.
Yeah.
Blinn was a genius, man. I remember walking up to Mulford and you would hear just the beats coming out of Blinn's window. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
You heard that shit from 2 blocks away. You just knew this kid was rocking. Crazy.
Yeah. What people don't know is, here's a jewel for y'all. And Swiss know this is true. And this is me saying it. This is I could say alleged if that's what y'all want to do. Allegedly, Jay Blinn taught Swiss how to, I think, program the MPC or something. Because when they first got the MPC, I don't think they knew how to really work it. So I remember Joaquin coming over to Mulford, and I remember it was something with Blinn and Swiss and Joaquin. He was showing them something. So, like I said,
but I definitely heard something like that.
Yeah, Blinn was a lot, man. He was a lot to me, man. But Geno, like I said, so when I first talked about you, I said, man, that's my man, Geno. I said I never had a beef with him, an argument, nothing, man. I said I could get Geno, man. That's why I put him on the shirt. He the first name at the top on the flyer for the party. I put Geno name first, man. And the whole town was going crazy because they like, Genovese coming? So I didn't say nothing until like 2 days ago. I said, nah, Geno can't make it. But they all swear you was coming, bro. They was like,
listen, for me, if it wasn't for family, like I'll be real with you. My daughter, you know, she got a baseball game. Like for me, like first game, it's like I'm
that's important.
So for me,
that's important.
It's always over everything. You know what I'm saying? But it's listen, you know, the love is always real, bro. You know, listen, anybody.
But I'm gonna be playing your songs. I'm gonna be playing your songs, so it don't matter. I got some songs from you I'm gonna be playing.
Dope. Nah, that's dope, bro. I need that shirt too.
Yeah, I got you. That shirt is causing controversy right now, but I got you.
Everybody complaining?
Nah. The people on it love it. Sporty Thieves, Dubes just did a big podcast about it. He did a live about it. It's just people that names ain't on there. They feel like I should have put their names.
Bro, you're the OG, bro. If your name's not on there, then whatever. Then it's over.
That's what Snipe said. Snipe said that.
Fuck it.
Moxbird brought a shirt. Like, it is what it is.
Bro, it's all love. Come on, man. You gotta, you don't listen. You know how many mixtape shit's been out and nobody even talked to me about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, all
exactly.
right, cool. But you know what? There's a few, like DJ Mars in Atlanta. He did a book. He put me in it. There's a book coming out called Do Remember. My man Dan is doing the shit. It's coming out. It's going to be all about the New York City, New York mixtape scene. And so I'm in there. So listen, everybody's not going to fucking show you love, and you just got to accept it the way it's the way it is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, Jen don't know. I'm used to it. Jen don't know. I'm used to it. I'm the most hated, so it don't matter.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
But Gino, man, look, like I said, well, like how we're saying, your music's powerful. That it made Nas want to put his food down and give you a hug. That's one thing. But how far did your mixtapes reach that people wanted to actually see you? Like, you said something about JD. You said something about JD at one point.
So in my mind back then, you remember this is not the internet days. There's no iPhones. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that you just know what's in front of you, right? You know the streets. So for me, I thought mixtapes were tri-state, you know, and then as like I seen people in Philly and meet people from B-More, and I'm like, yo, this shit travels, you know. But I remember it was like 97. I was living in the Bronx, and I got a call, and it was Clue, and Clue goes, yo, I'm in the studio right now. Someone wants to meet you. They're a fan. I'm like, all right, cool. Who? He goes, Jermaine Dupri. I'm like, JD? I'm like, all right, yo. My manager had my car. I was fucking on the train 2 minutes. I got down. Yo, I get there. You know, he's like, yeah, you know, y'all need all the Genovese is one of my favorite songs and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. In my mind, I'm like, yo, not only is my music in Atlanta, but Jermaine Dupri, who's, you know, a legend in the game, is like, his favorite song right now is my song. So, you know, these things make you, at that point, I still didn't have a deal. So for me, it was like, yo, this shit is like, my shit is going. You know what I'm saying? It was like a big boost. And the crazy shit about that day was when he was playing the song, a door opened and I seen somebody pop out. Now me, I'm a Run DMC head. So fucking boom, door opens, it's Rev Run. I'm like, yo. He goes, yo, who's that? JD said, yo, that's him. He goes, that's you? I was like, yeah. He goes, you talented, man. You're going to go far, man. Good shit, man. You know, I was like, yeah. Dog, I walked out of that place like when Run says something like that, it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And I feel every artist needs that. And that's why I look now and I see like Busta, what he does for like Scarlet. And you know, like the way Busta is like a mentor to like, yo, artists need that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter how nice you feel you are, you need to hear it from the legends.
Yes.
You need that because that's going to take your shit to a whole nother level. Everything is confidence, bro. Like, you know, I've seen a lot of ill dudes, you know, get behind the mic or, you know, get in the studio with some talented dudes and they get shook. You understand what I'm saying? Like, listen, I've seen this shit. It's a confidence thing. When I was in school, I couldn't even go in front of the class to do a report, bro. I couldn't even talk in front of the class. But you know what? When I did music and I got in front of the stage, I felt like I could just fuck shit up and nobody could fuck with me. That's how that's where my mind. So it's a confidence thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a quiet dude, but something about being on a stage, you just, you know, it's a presence thing. Or if I'm in the mic, you know, if I'm in the studio, I want to eat somebody. I just want, you know, it's a competitive. If you're not competitive in music, bro, you could be the illest MC on paper, but if you don't have it in front of people or like, you know, when the lights are on, it's not gonna work.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And I'm telling you,
that's what made DMX so great. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what made X, because when the lights were on, there was no one like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
definitely.
And X didn't care who it was. Nope. There was a time that when he first met Mobb Deep, he was spitting at him. He didn't care. He didn't care.
Listen, I was in Miami with that kid in '97. You know, I got a little more, man. I got the picture right there, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, we're in Miami. This kid DMX got a fucking Nautica sweater on. It's 95 degrees. Yo, this kid was fucking, he grabbed the microphone out of some restaurant. He's outside fucking rapping, took the microphone. and he's just going crazy. And people looking at this kid like, who the fuck is this crazy motherfucker? And he was like, he was battling some kid from like Mississippi. Yo, dog, the whole time this kid was rapping, he was just growling.
Damn,
no, just growling the whole like you know what I'm saying? People think like X, like that was X, like when he was on. Now that was like X was X, like Superior could tell you better than me, but X was X. X was always X, you know?
Yeah.
My first time seeing X is an All-Star Weekend in New York. It was 90-something. I forget the year it was exactly. But we didn't realize it was him until like a couple weeks after. He was in the middle of the floor. He had a mask on and just walking around like this. We're like, who the fuck is this crazy motherfucker, yo? We in there with Sam Cassell. We in there because Sam Cassell, Masse Burn, all these little celebs, Penny Hardaway, Uncle Luke, all them in there. But he in there by himself in the middle of the floor, like this the whole time with the mask on. Later on, we realized that was X when they started dropping videos and shit like that. But
yo, you know what's crazy? Because now, mind you, I met X when I was young, and like nobody knew who the fuck I was, right? When I started to pop off, I remember one time I was in the studio in Rough Riders in Yonkers. So I'm in the studio and like whatever, D's like, you know, he's like, yo, you know Genovese, right? And X is like, yeah, no, I heard of him. Yeah, I don't know him like that, but yeah. So I was telling him that I met him way back when he had the book and all that shit. And he's laughing at me. He's like, oh, you go back with your Superior Planets, yo, my niggas, whatever. Yo, so wait. So he goes like this. So he goes to me, he goes, this is classic X. He goes, you know what I'm saying? I heard you spit. I got some joints. You got to spit right now for me. Spit right now. Yo, keep putting me on the spot, right? So I said, I got you. So I spit a 16, right? As soon as I finish, he goes, one more. So boom, like halfway through the next 16, he goes, you're good. Your family, you got it. You're good. Like, and he started hugging me and shit. You know what he was doing, right? He was testing me, the confidence shit. He was trying to see if I was like, no, I'm not going to spit, or yo, he was trying, he basically was like, you're in now. You're good with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, I never forget that shit. But like, he was so animated. Like, he just wanted to hear me spit. Yeah. And it was like, yo, it was ill, bro. That's
how he was, Mo. That's how he would test people around him. Like, people say they nice, and he'd be like, all right, spit now then. Like, and like Geno said, some people, sometimes when you ask a rapper, like I do that now when I be meeting rappers and they say, yo, I'm the hardest ass niggas on my block. I'm this and that. I said, spit something then. And they just be like, what you want to hear? Soon as the MC do that, he ain't no MC, man.
Yo, what you want to hear? Yeah. Once you say that, it's over for you. There's
no it's over.
As that. Spit. What do you got? Spit something.
Yeah. So.
Great.
Wow. But yeah, you was on Illuminati Part 1. Yeah, we talking about 97. The Boss. You had the song The Boss. Yeah, that. What else? Damn, man. Yeah. Well. Then yeah, so many damn joints, bro.
Yo, the crazy shit about the first mixtape I was on was Show Me the Money Part 1, and that
I remember that.
That kind of was, it's still to this day is one of the best mixtapes of all time. So
yeah, I agree.
For your first introduction to the world to be on one of the greatest mixtapes was insane. You know what I'm saying? Like I was right there with it was like Nature Freestyle, Nas, Biggie, and then it was Love or Lust. With me, Casino, Mo, and Thumbs. You know what I'm saying? Off that Prince beat. And that just was like, to be on, listen, back then, if you were a new artist, a lot of times you were on the end of the tapes. Let's just be real, right? They put you either on the B side or on the, we were like the 4th or 5th joint. Like that, people don't understand. Like, I tell people, like, if you had social media at that time, like it would be we'd be in another planet. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't understand how the buzz, people always talk about our buzz was like one of the biggest buzzes ever. Maybe up until 50s buzz. It was that buzz where like everybody knew who the fuck you were. Everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's why when 50 came out and 50 said, all the other hard niggas, they come from Yonkers.
Yep.
I went crazy when 50 said that.
Bro, I couldn't even believe that shit. I was like, yo. I was like, but it made me feel like he knew what's up and he said it, which is respected, because a lot of people know shit, but they don't want to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, remember, 50 used to be up in Yonkers, Geno. Remember when I forgot when we had this spot on Yonkers Avenue, and he came up here when he wasn't big yet. I remember he was over there. So he was out here.
Yeah, no, that kid was, you know, he put his time in. I mean, 50 was still to this day, you know, he gets it in, you know, but yeah, his buzz was, I mean, our buzz was just, it was unexplainable. I mean, as a kid in my early 20s, whatever, you know, you didn't look at it that way. You just looked at it like, you know what I'm saying? Because you didn't see any money from it. So in your mind, it was like, all right, whatever, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You didn't, but now you look back and you're like, oh shit, like, yo, that was, you know, for people to talk about your music, you know, 30 years later, what the fuck ever it is, 25 years later, I mean, that says something about what you did.
No,
and what he just said, this is what I'll be trying to tell the new generation. Genovese, Rich Thumbs, Snipe, Black Jesus, this one, that one, Blunts, they earned their name, bro. They earned their name. They legends in YO, regardless. You know what I'm saying? And you know why he's a legend? He's a legend because of his lyrics. Because Geno didn't care about nobody, bro. He just cared about, when I get on the track, I'm blowing it down, so you better have your lyrics right. That's it.
Yeah, I was always lyric first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was always lyric first. It didn't matter.
Even when I got with Universal and he wanted to dumb me down, yeah, you know, I might have did, but I was never the one that's probably why I didn't stay in the game for a long time, because you were never going to change me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I was never that person that was like, you know, that's why, like, the company I have is called Never Follow Trends, because I don't give a fuck what's going on. I'm going to do me, because at the end of the day, music is about artistry, bro. If you're not creating ill shit and you're being yourself, and that's what a lot of these kids today, you know, they just listen to what's hot and then they become that, you know, there's so many fans that are artists now. Just think what I'm saying. Fans are artists. When we were young, you weren't allowed to just become an artist. Somebody had to pull you in. Somebody had to say you're nice. Nowadays, you could just create yourself, and that's cool. But that doesn't mean that's why a lot of people sound the same, because it's just so easy to do. We had to fucking carry around a fucking duffel bag of ADATs. You know what I'm saying? We had to press up fucking vinyl. Had to walk, you know, bring it to stores. We didn't have to just press email. You know what I'm saying? And listen, technology, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But the hustle and the sacrifice that we had to do, it was a different. So when I say a lot of fans are artists, I'm not dissing nobody, but that's why the game is kind of watered down lyrically, is because anyone could just say they're a rapper, but that doesn't mean they're a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. So Universal basically tried to change his sound altogether, basically, in a sense.
No, I have to say, we had a production deal. So I wasn't signed directly to Universal. Me and my manager had a production deal. So we kind of had control that way. But I'm saying, you know, you would have the corny, you know, marketing people come in and say, oh, yo, we're going to put you in this and do your hair. I said, do my hair. I don't even have hair, bro. I got a Caesar. What do you mean do my hair? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, yo, we can have you looking like NSYNC or something. With, you know, like, yo, dog. Listen, my first photo shoot with Universal, they assigned some fucking white girl from Long Island to be like my stylist. Bro, by the end of the day, she was crying and ran out of the trailer, bro, because I abused her. And listen, not to be a dick, but like I told Universal, like I can dress myself. I don't need clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good. You know, and they kept pushing me to try to, you know, look a different way. And listen, the labels, listen, they don't get it. You know, a lot of the people that are in charge, especially back then, they had a job and that was it. But like, I was just a very stubborn dude like I am today. And I was like, no one's going to fucking change the way I am. Because you know what? That first impression to the world, you can't get that back. And also, your fans love you one way, right?
Right.
If you change, you lose all that shit that everybody loved about you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, you know, and that's why like dudes like DMX and, you know, like even the Lox, they never, listen, times that they had to change with Puff, they knew it was wrong. They got the fuck out of there and went back to who they are. You know, you can't fucking, in music, once you do that, then, you know, you sold your soul, bro.
Exactly.
100%.
And like I told you, X didn't worship money, so he didn't give a fuck.
He didn't give a fuck, bro. I don't know. Sometimes I think he didn't even give a fuck even about it.
Nah, he didn't. Because when he got signed, he was still robbing people.
Yo, fucking X, bro.
Yeah.
What a fucking legend.
But Geno, your music transcend and it still was on TV shows and stuff like that as well, though.
Yeah, later on, I was living in Cali and I got a call from MTV and they wanted some music that I had and it was on a few shows and shit like that. You know, few seconds, 4 or 5 seconds, but nothing crazy. But yeah, like you know, like I say, all that shit, like for all the time and effort you put in, it's dope. It's dope to see shit like that. I just re-released the DCs on I re-released like a remastered version, and you start seeing the love from people and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, remembering the joint. So, bro, listen.
Yo, did y'all ever perform that record, bro?
Bro, the craziest shit is listen. The first time I performed that song was Styles was supposed to perform with me, but some shit happened and he wasn't there, whatever. But it was we opened up for Jay-Z. It was Kid Capri's 30th birthday party.
Okay.
We opened up for Jay-Z. And, you know, there's videos of it online with Dame like, yo, these are the hottest kids right now. That hard records, more money. You know, the shit's out there. You know what I'm saying? But, like, that was supposed to be the night we were supposed to do it. And some shit happened with him. We never did it. But that's so crazy that we never shot a video. We never fucking, we never did a show, you know, together doing it. It's fucking weird shit. Like, you can't even make that shit up.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell. Shit, I would love to see that.
Well, I was thinking of doing like a video or some shit, like some 25 years later video shit like that. But not like a movie type of shit. Not like us performing, but like on some like movie, like, because that song is really like a story, you know?
It's a story, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, in today's world, man, you know, you really got to show people a lot. You got to really, they want the content is gold at this point. Like, and if you did, I'm quite sure you would probably have a whole new fan base that be like, we've been waiting for you to see some things, you know?
No, for sure. Especially with Styles. I mean, Styles is, you know, one thing about the Lox, bro, the longevity is amazing. That's not a given. That's not easy, you know, to almost be 50 years old and still be relevant in music. You know what I'm saying? Not just their business, you know, ventures and shit like that. I mean, just in musically to have like these 22-year-old kids loving them, you know, kids like maybe like our sons or daughter, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that longevity in music is amazing, bro. So I always give them credit for staying current, you know, through all these times.
Right. Hey, look at Nas's run. That's a prime example.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Wow, man. Nas about to drop another album, I think. I think he's working on another.
I'm quite
Nas
sure.
Nas always sounds the same, bro. You know, he just updated his shit, got with Hit Boy, got with the times. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, small businessman, you know, but Nas, I don't think certain people I don't think could ever fall off. I think Nas is just one of those dudes that, you know, it sucks that in hip hop that, you know, it's the only genre of music where like if you're 40 or 50, you're old. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got dudes like fucking Rolling Stones and all these dudes are 80 years old performing. You know what I'm saying? Right. So why the fuck is if you're old in hip hop, like that shouldn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? But where, you know, there's a lot of ignorance in hip hop where people, you know, would you rather listen to somebody that's 50 years old spitting bars making a song or somebody that's 20, you don't even know what the fuck they're saying? So that just goes to show you like where music is. You know what I'm saying? I always said there's hip hop and then there's hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's two different sides of like, don't tell me somebody's hip hop if I can't understand you. You understand what I'm saying? So the way the culture moves and shit like that, but like, you know, I wish people would, you know, respect people that are fucking, if somebody, you know, Big Daddy Kane dropped a brand new album right now, I'm going to listen to that shit.
See, Geno, you hitting it on the head right there. I feel like a lot of the legends just stopped putting out music. Yep. And that's what gave them the opportunity to end it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need the Big Daddy Kane, Rakim's. We need the new what KRS-One been putting out. He's been consistent. Like, even the Dr. Dre, as far as beat production. You know what I mean? You got some cats, they just remixing all 90s flavor because they can't create, you know, from scratch some new. So we need your Dr. Dre's. We need your 50 Cents and everybody.
Yeah.
We need you. So
listen, and that once you lose, I mean, listen, I can't speak for everybody, but once you lose the creative fire, so I never lost that shit. Like if I hear the right beat or I hear something, I got it, and I know if when I spit it, I know what I'm doing. You know, I know I still got it. Once you lose it, though, I don't know musically if you can get that back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think a lot of the older artists are content with like doing performances with all their hits. You know, and that's cool because like if Kane goes to perform, he could perform 20 joints that are crazy.
Yeah, he sound just like his records too.
He do sound like the records.
Kane's like his breath is crazy. Bro, when you get older, bro, that breath ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? His breath, as you know, for someone who's in their 50s, is fucking. And I heard of some shit he performed like a year ago. I was like, yeah, this kid performed raw, and I'm like, yo, that's not an easy song to perform without a hype man. This kid fucking. I'm like, yo, this kid's he just got it, bro. He's just he's one of them dudes that I don't care how old he is, he's just gonna get up there and just destroy shit.
Well, LL's supposed to be putting out a new project, and I think Rakim is doing something with Jazzy Jeff right now. So they've been moving around a lot. So
I love hearing that shit. And shout out to LL because Rock the Bells. Yo, listen, man, it's all based off of what we're talking about. You know, showing love. Right. If you look at what he did, you know, he always puts people that were influential in the game and gives them a position, a show. Too Short. You know, Kaz, Biz Markie before he passed away, Prince Markie D before he passed away. You know, he always puts the legends on his. I mean, come on, man. Like, I feel L don't get enough credit for doing that because who the fuck was doing that before? When was 80s and 90s music played on the radio on the regular? Never.
It wasn't.
So, you know, LL to be the GOAT and to do some shit like that. I mean, like, you know, I don't think he gets enough credit for fucking what he does for hip hop.
And not only that, I think he gave them partial ownership of the station as well.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they're on Ill Tour right now.
Yankee Stadium they're about to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Gino, we need you out here, Jen. Come on, man. We need some heat, man.
I'm gonna put together a mixtape, man. I need you on that, Gino. I need you to start it off. I'm gonna do it straight out of Yonkers mixtape. I need you to start it off, man.
Done. You call. You let me know it's done. You know that. All you got to do is call me and send me the beat. In 2 days, a day, you have it. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
I got the shit right here in the crib, so I can record all day.
All right. Cool. That's what we're gonna do. Yo, Gino, can you give all these young rappers trying to come up in the game, because you know Yonkers got like 150 rappers, man. Can you give them some type of advice on what they should do to get themselves? I know it's different now, but some type of advice, what they should do, or what you think they should add to their hustle.
Yourself. I feel like in Yonkers, you know, we have a sound, you know, that our slang or words, a lot of people used, you know what I'm saying? They used through the years, they love our slang, you know? So it's like being from Yonkers is a beautiful thing musically. You know, I feel like, you know, like how Queensbridge always had like words and different shit. Like Yonkers is the same way. You know, words and shit. Ha, what up? Yo,
what up, ha?
You know what I'm saying? My wife is from upstate, but she'll say, yo, he's Wing. You know what I'm saying? That's a word. You know what I'm saying?
Big shout out to Snipe.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is for all the young, be yourself, man. Just let whatever's inside of you go.
You know right.
Just let it go. Like, because that's the thing. Yo, that girl Scarlett, that girl, that new artist from her, I love her. You know why? She don't give a fuck what you think about her. This is who she is. She reminds me of like a DMX. She's got that fucking like that you know that she's got fire. That. Oh yeah, and it's natural. You know, and I feel like artists need to just be natural. Let it go. The worst thing that happened to me is when I got a deal and everybody was in my ear. Yo, you got to sound like this. Yo, Jay-Z got this song. You got to sound. Yo, you got to sound like him. Yo, do this like him. And that was like fucking me up because I'm like, I hear you. I know I'm tied to a label. I got to take advice from everybody. But the best thing I ever felt was like, like 10 years ago, I did that song with Styles called Walk the Streets, right? We did a video in Yonkers. Shit was dope, right?
Walk the Streets, yeah.
Around that time was like, I started getting back into the music shit, like recording more and writing, and I had nobody. And I felt like the old Geno when I was in my room as a kid with nobody in my ear, just me and Blend. And Blend never would be like, yo, Geno, do this, do that. He would just, if he heard something, he'd be like, yo, Geno, maybe you could take this word out or do this. But he would always be like, yo, just go. And yo, for artists, I would say the main thing is whoever's in your ear, even if they got your back 100%, you got to be you. Let your shit go wherever your shit is going to be. Let it go. Because once somebody puts the clamp on your shit, dog, your whole fucking thing is going to be somebody else's. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I told. Go ahead, Mo.
I feel like because my first time being with you, Sue, I heard the word "had." You had me even saying it after a while. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I don't know if anybody done it, but somebody should break that down like in a lyric form and say how it developed and came about and how people actually uses it. Like,
damn, that's I would love to. Listen, I remember when I was in Queensbridge and I was with Nature and he was like, yo, that kid right there, that's done. Like where they got done. What up, done? Like there's a dude who created that and he was right there. But like in Yonkers, I don't know if there's like that's something I wish I knew. I don't know the history on how. Like I have no idea where that shit came from.
Well, Sporty Thieves used to say it a lot. What up, hi? But like he said, everybody was saying it. So we can't even pinpoint who was saying it.
You could do a fucking documentary just on that. It would be crazy.
Just on that, right?
Find out where that shit came from. Because it wasn't like a race thing because everybody said hat.
Everybody said it.
So it came from somewhere and it just kind of was like part of Yonkers. You know, hat. Listen, hat will always be connected to Yonkers.
Right.
Yeah. That's ours. That's ours.
There's definitely y'all. Like Sue, he had me saying it for a while. Like, it's crazy.
What up, Had? Because sometimes I don't even know I'm saying it. It's one of those words that you don't know you're saying it. You know?
Definitely. It comes out sometimes without you even thinking that you're gonna use it.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Geno, man, I'm happy that we had you, man. I'm sorry about the difficulties in the beginning with the whatchamacall, but we got love for you, bro. And anytime you want to come up, you got something to say. This is the Unsung Heroes, what me and Moschino put together with Mrekt. We were trying to do a show where the DJs were giving their opinions. Because without the DJs, people got to understand that DJs is a very important piece of, hip hop. You know what I'm saying? When we didn't have DATs and all that stuff, we had the turntables and the records. X got his deal off of me and him spitting off people's beats. We didn't have no damn beats or nothing. We were spitting off people's records. That's what we were doing.
Listen. You don't understand what your tapes with X changed me as a kid. Listen, I had every tape. I knew every rhyme. I could go back and fucking spit rhymes. I remember the fucking rhyme he spit. Remember he had a rhyme dissing all the rappers?
Oh, yeah.
When he said, kid said Rob Bass was dead. Here's how. Walked in the crack spot, said, I want to rock right now. Business with him, but what could he do except say, I want to.
I want to.
Yo, listen.
Damn.
Yo, he said, I'll put a little salt and pepper on Spinderella's legs.
Yo, he said, what he said? He said something about Heavy D. So he said some shit. Stepped on the scale and said to be continued. Yo, he said, this kid, listen, he wanted everybody. You know what I'm saying? And people don't remember, like listen, even when Pac was doing his thing, a lot of those verses that they switched some verses out because remember West Coast shit and he was some shit. Listen, X always he never held anything back. But at the end of the day, bro, you listen, as a kid, all those X tapes, you on there, you even rapping on some shit.
Yeah.
You used to get a few verses up on there. I remember that shit.
Yeah. So I kind of got in trouble with one of those records because he had me jump on a record when he was going at Mary.
Oh my God! Listen, Superior. I would never fucking spit that verse, but I know this shit from fucking start to fucking finish. Mary Jane, what's on your brain? But you know you can't diss where you came from, the motherfucking slums. You remind me. I mean, but anyway.
Chill.
Listen, you can find this shit online. It's not like that disappeared. But I'm just saying, I remember that. It's all I gotta say.
Yeah. We love Mary. Oh,
come on, she's a fucking legend, bro. She put Yonkers. You know what I'm saying? Just some legendary shit. Come on.
She definitely did her part.
But yeah, nah, you listen, always love for you, bro. Like I said, you know, growing up listening to X, bro, you were a big part of X's come up. And if people don't give you that respect, I'll tell you, I'll give you that respect. I know for a fact because I seen it.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Like I said, Geno, you deserve your flowers. You one of the generals, and you one of the humble generals too, but deadly with that pen.
Super deadly. I'll salute you on that one.
Because when I said that to Moschino, I said, I'm gonna get Genovese. He said, what? He said, Genovese? Yeah. I was like, that's my man. I was like, I can get Geno on the show.
Listen, anytime, man. Anytime you need me for anything, you just hit me up. I'm here.
Geno's super fire, man. I don't know him, but I'm like, I love his music, goddammit.
And I appreciate you, man.
And like he said today, I'm glad he said it, but everybody looked at Geno as just, we didn't look at him as, we just looked at him as black. Like, we didn't look at no race. We didn't look at no race stuff.
If you dope, you dope. We loved you. We loved you, bro.
Listen, the funny shit about that was, like, when I met Biggie, right? I was in the studio with the Lox and shit like that, and you know, we were talking and shit like that, and we were drinking Henny and shit like that, and Big was like, "Yo, Duke, like, yo, that's your real name?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's Genovese. That's my real name." He's like, "Damn, man, you gonna blow, Duke, man." You know, he was amazed, and I'm like, "Yo, like shit like that was like, people didn't give a fuck, like." Yo, there's some Italian kid. He's just like, the way the media fucked a lot of shit up with that shit because they watered shit down. They put categories. Because back in the days, third base was in fucking, they were fucking, they were doing their thing. No one was like, no one cared that they were white kids.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So the media changed that whole shit to make it a white thing, and really started with Eminem. You know, no lie. It's just that once Eminem came out, it was like the white rapper, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of fucked shit up for everybody else that was just spitting. And I'm not saying it's M's fault, but the media used that shit to make a fucking circle of people. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, talent is talent, bro. Like we're all here, whether you're DJ, whether you fucking whatever you do. If you got talent, bro, where I'm from, it don't really fucking matter what color you are, what you look like, what age you are. I don't give a fuck. If you're nice, I seen bums on the side of the fucking road spitting bars that are nicer than fucking people rapping today. So that shit doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah,
that's a fact. It's a system in itself, man. It's controlling everything, man. It's changing the narrative of people's mindset and all that. Man, listen, I personally love your shit, and I still love your shit to this day, bro. Thank you for doing what you did, because you etched a part of my life with your music, man, and it changed me in certain ways, man.
Bro, that's worth more than a check for me. That's when somebody tells you that, all you could do is salute back and feel a certain way. And if you don't, then you're a fucked up dude. You know what I'm saying? Right. Straight up. Like, that's a beautiful thing, man. The love, that's what we're missing. If you listen to the old raps, if you listen to Kane, at the end of songs, they were always shouting out.
Shouting at everybody. Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like, no one gives it's like, where's the love? And I think the younger generation needs to look back, because if the younger generation doesn't know what happened before them, they're doomed. Our whole hip hop is doomed if we don't fucking know who's before you. If LeBron don't fucking pay homage to Jordan and Bird and Magic, then what are we doing here? So there's got to be more of that in hip hop, man.
So in today's game, who do you actually listen to? Does anybody inspire you? Or like, okay, do you have anybody in mind? Whatever.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I seen that girl Scarlett. I like a few cats. I don't really listen to a lot of the new shit, but like the J. Cole's, like the kid Simba. I think that kid is nasty. He's nice with the mic. You know what I'm saying? There's a few kids that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not out there like I got Rock the Bells on. Or I got old school shit. For me, if you hit me up and said, "Yo, Feast, listen to this kid," and he was nice, I'm good. Like, I'll fuck with it. But like, I don't go out to listen to it. I don't listen to the radio. Yeah. But like I said, I saw the girl Scarlett. Like, I was like, yo, this chick is ill. Like, I'm feeling that. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling, like, for me, I love pain music. Like, that's why I love the Pox and the DMX. I need to hear like your soul. So like if someone's just here, it doesn't really do much for me. You know, I love J. Cole because he got bars and then he can just go sit in first row at a Knicks game with sweatpants on with no jewelry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, like for me that's the shit I want to see. Like I don't want to see. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different vibe, but everybody's different, bro. Listen, everybody's different. I'm not afraid to say I don't listen to the new shit. I just really don't.
Hey, look, I'm a DJ, and I can't take a lot of this new shit.
We both do. I don't listen to it neither.
Listen, I'll be in the house, man. Listen, I'll be listening to R&B all day long versus if I'm gonna listen to what's on the radio at this point. So I'm with you.
Yep. I be on some 80s shit, bro. Like driving my kid to school in the morning. My kid is fucking singing Phil Collins lyrics. I'm like, yo, this is beautiful, bro.
Word.
That's fucking beautiful. Like that's the shit I want to imprint on her. Like good music. Like, you know, she fucks with Sinatra and Billy Joel and she'll listen. I don't like I see kids like 8, 9 years old and they know how to twerk already or know how to fucking sing these terrible lyrics. Like that's what you like. That's where we're going with the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, the whole culture is crazy right now. They're destroying the kids, man.
Destroying.
Yeah.
Completely. And it's like, and the sad thing is like a lot of, I hate to say this, it's a lot of women that vouch for it and be like, it's okay. We just, my kid don't listen to that. You need to control your kid. Like it's everywhere so much that you can't even deny this shit almost. Well, the kid can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially for the female artists, there's not many that are not just talking about sex shit or fucked up shit. Like that's why the girl Scarlet, you know, you have, you know, like Eve, when Eve came out, she was just spitting bars. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a different time, you know, but hey, listen, this is what the labels want. That's what sells, right?
Yeah.
It sells. And that's all anybody cares about, you know, label wise.
Yeah, that's all they care about, man. Destroying us, man. One by one, it's really destroying us. But just to get off that subject real quick, but you still do stuff in LA and Skid Row, man, with you helping out a lot of people over there from what I hear.
Well, when I was living in LA, I was Skid Row's a crazy place, bro. Like one day I woke up and I was like, yo, I gotta help the kids, you know, and I just started venturing down there. I got with this place called School on Wheels. And what they do is like they when these kids are all homeless kids, so after school they pick them up from school and they bring them in this little center where, you know, they let them get on a computer, they help them with their homework and shit like that. So I started, you know, volunteering and mentoring these kids. And then before I left, I was able to, you know, get them like a little music studio and shit like that. But yeah, like, you know, for me, it's like the kids, man, you know, like that's where my head is always. Now having a little one, I'm even more crazy with that. But yeah, anything that I could do to like to just try to better the kids or give them, because listen, you get one kid. Listen, everybody doesn't know they have a talent, right? Like you give one kid a keyboard or a mic, and all of a sudden they have some hidden talent that they can get out of them musically, right? You know, so we don't know who has the talent. We don't know who the next, you know, fucking ill fucking person that has something in them. So maybe you get them a keyboard or get them a mic, and all of a sudden their talent comes out. So
yeah, you see it,
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, being homeless or being fucked up. Listen, if my mom didn't take her credit card and fucking get me music equipment, maybe I would have never even kept doing what I wanted to do. Maybe I would have just gave up and said, fuck it, I can't get in the studio or I don't have access to anything. So, like, you gotta make a move, man, especially with the kids.
That's a fact.
Yo, we thankful to have you on the show today, man. Thank you, man, for coming through.
Thank you, bro.
Like I said, we're gonna reach out to you on some other stuff because I'm supposed to be having some Yonkers rappers up here. I'm gonna be doing that. But I'm happy that I got Styles, I got Snipe, now I got Genovese. So that's dope right there.
That's love.
That's classic.
That's a heavy spitter rotation right there.
Yeah,
definitely. Much love, bro. Like I said, anytime you need me for anything, you give me a call. I'm here. You know, doors open. It's all love, and I appreciate you fellas for having me.
We salute you, bro.
Salute you, Geno. Hey, yo, before we leave, Geno, let them know how they can get in contact with you on social media and all platforms.
Yeah, IG, Twitter, The Real Genovese. You can go to, did this shit for Yonkers. These are the hats I got. Never Follow Trends. If you go to neverfollowtrends.com, the shirts, the hats, always showing. It's very Yonkers. It's a Yonkers vibe, so I'm always showing love to the hometown. So yeah, but you can catch me there. Anybody hit me up anytime. I always answer shit. I'm not like one of them dudes that don't fucking check messages and shit. So hit me up. I'm always around. Yo, Genovese in the building. Unsung heroes. They show love to the unsung, man. You got to show love to the unheard, baby. Mrecktv, Superior, Moschino. It's always love, baby.
All right.
No, salute. One
Salute.
love, baby.
Thanks, bro.
Peace.
All right.